My name is Jerry. I left MAGA and I'm here to spill all the tea. So, normally I would try to get videos up at least 3 days a week. I'm going to try for Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I realize today is Wednesday. What is today? The 14th, but of January 2026. But anyway, I didn't put out any videos this past Monday because my partner we 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 had a funeral for her uncle. He was a veteran, and it was a good service. But it got me to thinking about some of the things that I learned about death and the acceptance of death and the whole concepts of death around charismatic evangelicalism in the community where I was raised in the Assembly of God Church. There was a lot of fear utilized to try to keep people on this straight and narrow path. And depending upon which preacher you listen to, depending upon what version, how severe of a version of hellfire and brimstone, the pastor I had used the analogy that the fires were of sulfur, thereby making a lot of stink, but also it was of a sulfur that created black flames. And it was pretty. I mean, I'm not going to go into it. It was some pretty heinous stuff. Um, and it was enough to keep folks motivated to just do what the preacher said, to just go with what was being told was needed to be done to reach righteousness, to reach heaven. And that can drive people to do some really crazy things, especially when you're also teaching that the world is locked in a spiritual warfare, that it's not just a matter of Republicans versus Democrats, it's angels versus demons. And it it gets out of hand, or can get out of hand pretty quick. Now, at some point I will end up addressing Sean Moon, but I just, in passing real quick, he's the founder of the Rod of Iron Church. His father was Sun Myung Moon, the founder of the Mooney Church. But the only reason I bring up Sean Moon is he's the reason why MAGA sees the AR-15 as a holy relic. And when you're programming people with a crusader mindset and no fear of death, because they're they're not of this world. They're in this world, but they're not of this world. They're laying their wealth up in heaven. So they're going to get their rewards after they die. And yeah, I'm getting ready to do a video about Joel Webbon and a few other characters. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get them all produced, but I've got at least a couple more videos that I'm going to do today. But yeah, when it comes to the MAGA types, when it comes to those charismatic evangelical types, Pentecostal charismatic evangelical, I'll have to do a video sometime on how they're three separate charismatic, or three separate flavors of this authoritarian Christianity that have overlaps. I'll have to draw up a Venn diagram. But we had our own very special language, and I can talk about that as well, because on my dog tags when I signed up, I asked them, if they asked me what denomination I was, what church I went to, and I said Assemblies of God. Well, they did not have that available, and I can explain why another time. But what they did have was full gospel, and so I had that put on, and that's coded language from inside the evangelical community. Again, I'll do a video on it with a Venn diagram trying to explain it all. But when you have a group of people who think that they are going to get their reward after they die, that accountability here doesn't matter, that the just rewards are on the other side. when you stand before God, you'll be held accountable for all your wrongs, thereby excusing the bad behaviors of humans while they're still alive. It's messed up. It really is. Um, but just a teaser on the Joel Webben thing. He's essentially the face of the American Taliban. Like I said, I'll explain it in that video. But MAGA is a doomsday cult with a martyr complex. And I'm not sure how to get past all that except for trying to figure out ways to appeal to individuals' empathy if they have any, or maybe try to just get them to see that something is just not quite right, just to get them to start thinking. Anyway, well, I hope you watched the whole video. If you did, for sure, I hope you're willing to share it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. Give me a thumbs up. That'll help with the algorithm. And dropping a comment won't hurt either. I understand that'll help boost the algorithm. I don't know. I'm just coming back, and I was on MAGA platforms, and YouTube works differently here than things do over there. I'm just saying. Anyway, till the next video, take care of yourself, take care of each other, get plenty of rest and plenty of fluids.